But look, a really good performance, I think, in moments for Spurs, particularly in the first half. Those opening 20 minutes, the silky moves were coming through. And I thought, we were going to go on to a bit of a rout and a bit of a rampage in the game. It did slow down a little bit. But when we were on top in those first 20 minutes, how impressive was it? Those silky moves in the tight spaces, the one-touch passing, advancing up on the pitch, not converting chances, but creating chances. And I thought Pape Matar in those first 20 minutes was unplayable at times.
Yeah, he looked really sharp, and considering it was his first pre-season game, I was really encouraged by his opening to the game. And I thought Tottenham were playing some really good build-up football, some really nice fluid passing patterns. Bergvall at the centre of a lot of them, really good progressive passes. Gray as well, always looking to pass forward, and we were creating some really good situations. Brennan Johnson was getting in all sorts of positions down the right-hand side. He was setting up chances for Sonny. He had chances for himself as well. And we probably should have had a couple more goals before we did take the lead. The game did slow down a bit on the about 20 to 25 minute mark. But brilliant opening goal from Tottenham. Great link up between Basuma and Kulusevski. Another lovely flick from Kulusevski. Another assist for him right into Basuma's path. He took the goal really well. Took a really great first touch, past defender, past the keeper, and a really good finish to give Spurs the lead in that first half. And we could have doubled that lead. Sonny had another chance just before the break. Timo Werner, after a really good through ball, Trivela through ball from Kulusevski. Timo Werner had a chance in behind, but unfortunately never really comfortable. And a shot was saved by the keeper. But then the second half, a lot of changes for Tottenham, a few changes for QPR as well. Was a bit disjointed, I felt. Wasn't the same fluidity that we saw in the first half. Despite a decent start to the half, didn't seem to create the same number of chances. And it wasn't the best of games that second half. We kind of just trudged away. Gunter made a few good saves. QPR probably had the better of it in that second half with the corners they had and dominated quite a bit. But Tottenham finished the game strongly with the goal from Dane Scarlett. And I think Maddison had a chance as well, which he could have done well. And I think Mikey Moore and Jed Spence did impress again.
Yeah, down that right-hand side, they were definitely threatening, I think, throughout. That's where most of our good play did come from. I was, again, a bit disappointed with Manuel Solomon out on that left-hand side, as I was in the first game against Hearts. I felt RP Divine down the middle was a constant threat, even though, the game wasn't probably the best of games. I think those three players where you look at Divine, Spence and Mikey Moore did play well throughout that second half, so that's really positive to see. It is a bit unfortunate that Will Lancashire couldn't make the impact that he did make in the first game, because I felt like he did have that one chance where a really nice ball from James Maddison, he took it a bit wide, but apart from that I think he failed to make too much of an impact. But still, good showing from the youngsters. Good to see that the future is definitely bright at Spurs, and I think that was more on show of that today. Wasn't maybe the game that we all expected, and maybe after the first 20 minutes everyone was expecting a lot of goals in it, but still good to keep the wins coming. 2-0. The under-21s won 2-0 as well today, so back-to-back wins in pre-season. It sets us to go on the tour quite nicely, doesn't it?
Mikey Moore, goal and assist now in pre-season, and a goal on the behind the closed doors friendly as well, so really showing what. And
the assist was top quality as well.
Beautiful assist on the outside of the right foot. Just watching it back here, kind of involved in the move as well, so really good stuff from Mikey Moore. I think he impressed yet again on our right hand side, and considering he's only 16, I think it was really impressive how he was involved in the goal, and he was kind of a nuisance down the right hand side for a lot of it. I think Spence impressed again as well. Not maybe as much as the last game, but still getting involved in the forward play, really good defensive play as well, trying really hard, you can see that. But Divine, I think, definitely deserves his flowers. He was so impressive in that second half, controlling the middle of the park, good range of passing as well. And I'd be really interested to see if he's involved in the pre-season tour and on the plane, because I think he's had a really good couple of games.
I think he has to be. When you're looking at what we need in the squad, he would just save us so much money. We spoke about it a lot after the last game. To pack it up with maybe not as a strong a performance as he had in the first game, but still a strong and equal and an impressive performance. So I think you got to reward him for what he's doing, and I think we got. I'm not saying keep him for next season, but definitely take him on the tour, see what he's about. And the window's open till the end of August, till the end of August. So there's time, isn't there? So he definitely deserves, and he's putting himself in the reckoning right now. And I think that you saw the reaction from the Spurs fans every time he was doing something right. The Spurs fans were giving him his cheers and his everything like that. So it's great to see. It's great to see when a player's been out in the cold for so long and they come back with an attitude like that and put in performance like that and show quality as well. And that's exactly what we want.
Yeah, definitely. So, look, good couple of games. So really looking forward to the tour now. I'm not sure what players have been involved so far. Who haven't been involved. Who will be involved in the tour?
Dragoshin. Ben Davis, Dragoshin, obviously Mickey van der Ven, hopefully, and there's one more from Europe that's going to be coming back. The name slips my mind. No, not Højbjerg. Will Højbjerg be involved?
I don't know. It depends.
I mean, if he's not sold, then you would think he would be, wouldn't he?
Yeah, maybe there's a chance he still makes the tour. Obviously, you got Ben Score, Romero, Lo Celso probably won't. I'm guessing won't make it. So yeah, look, we're going to Singapore on Monday, and then off to Japan and Korea. So really looking forward to that, and enjoyed these last couple of games, and makes me excited. Hopefully for when the full team's back and a few more signings, what this team's capable of.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Like we spoke about the balancing act after the last game about which youth players are going to stay, which youth players are going to go out on loan. Are any of them even going to be sold? Like you look at Iago Santiago, 21 years of age, didn't get on the pitch in the last game, back down to the under-21s in this game. It's going to be interesting to see what Ange Postecoglou does with them, because you've got players like Alfie Devine, who I think needs to be playing consistent football week in, week out. Is he going to be doing that at Tottenham in this coming season? I'm not too sure. Is there a space for him with the amount of midfielders that we do have? So I get the feeling that maybe the midfield players that we have, Tyrese Hall, Alfie Devine, potentially Jamie Donnelly, will be going out on loan. But maybe the players in the front line, you've got a decision to make, because you've got Valise, Scarlett and Lancashire. Probably one of them stays with the first team next season. And then Mikey Moore, I think, has to stay with the first team next season when you're looking at our front line. Mikey Moore has been more impressive than probably any of the current proper first string players. Maybe Bar Brennan Johnson,
in that game, didn't he?
Yeah, 100%. And he's shown more than Timo Werner, in my opinion, as well.
So, I mean, definitely a case that we should keep him around and see what he can offer. But big decisions for Ange Postecoglou to make, and I think it's good decisions. It's positive, because the fact they've been so good in this pre-season and really shone gives him a difficult decision to make. But I think whatever happens, they've all got bright futures, and I'm really looking forward to how they develop under him. Yeah,
the only unfortunate thing today was Lucas Bergvall going off injured in the halfway through the first half. He was so instrumental in those opening 20-25 minutes, and it did get a bit laboured, a bit like disjointed when he did go off the pitch, and that just shows he's just come in. He's 18 years of age. And yes, I know it's just a pre-season against QPR, but he's already making such a big impact.
Yeah, I thought he played brilliantly, and it's such a shame he went off injured. And hopefully it's nothing serious, because he looks such a bright spark, literally knitting the play together already. And already he's a player people are looking to find, and they're looking to get on the ball as much as possible. So really positive cameo from him, and it's a shame he went off injured. We'll see how he does. And a big shout out to Gunter. Second half, young keeper, made a brilliant save from Dykes, and I thought looked commanding throughout that second half. He had to deal with a lot of corners as well, and he did it really, really well.
Looks like a big lad, doesn't he? Luca Gunter, really commanding from the crosses. He was taking the ball so well, and catching it with ease at times, even when he looked under pressure. So very impressive keeper. Brandon Austin I was impressed with as well. But we move on. A 2-0 win against QPR. We got Vissel Kobe next in Japan. So we'll see how we get on there in a week's time. So no Ange Ball for a whole week. I don't know how you're all going to contain yourselves, or what you're going to do for the next week with no Ange Ball. But
watch our vlogs.
Watch our vlogs from the Far East, that's for sure. But look, thank you everyone for joining us today. If you do want to get involved in the fan show, we'll be going live in about about half an hour's time to get you guys on to have your say. Gold members, the link will be in the community section for you. But thank you, everyone. The numbers were so strong from you once again. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.